Hey guys, it's ECRG, and today we're going to be talking about how you can use LinkedIn to network. Hey guys, ECRG here, and today we're going to be talking about how you can use LinkedIn to network. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies here because you know I like my things in threes, not a surprise, to how you can use LinkedIn to network. And the first one is a little obvious, but one that people don't really take seriously, but can literally increase your results tenfold if you keep this tip in mind when you're just starting out. So I'm assuming that you have a small network on LinkedIn. Maybe you haven't been paying much attention to it. You know, you created a LinkedIn in school and you're about to go to the workforce now. And, you know, you've got probably like 50, 100 people you're friends with on there. Don't really take it too seriously yet. But once you come out into the workforce, you're really going to want to take control of your LinkedIn and use it to your advantage because it's incredibly powerful. Recruiters search for jobs using LinkedIn. They have a tool called LinkedIn Recruiter. Maybe you guys have heard about that in one of my other videos. I've talked about that tool, maybe the LinkedIn SEO tips. If I haven't released that video yet, it's coming soon. But basically, I've got 3 tips for you guys, and you want to pay close attention to this. So the first tip I have for you guys on how you can better use LinkedIn to network is start with the people you actually know. So these are people you are friends with. Maybe you had a bunch of classes with them, you were friends with them, you're cordial with them. Start with them first to network. And networking can mean a few things here. So if you're looking for a job in the field, ask who they know. Ask them if they have any leads or anything. One of the things that's amazing about people is you never know who people know until you ask them. More often than not, you'll be surprised. They probably know a recruiter, or they know somebody working at such and such company, or somebody who has some contacts at such and such company. So start with the people you know, even if they're not in the same field or in a similar field as you. Start with the people you know. You'll be surprised. That's the first tip. Then the second tip I have for you is to venture out to people you have a common connection with. So maybe you're a part of the same club on LinkedIn, or maybe you went to the same school. Maybe you've seen them a couple times around campus. Don't really know them that well, but you have some kind of common bond, some kind of common connection. Maybe you know that old coworker that you lost contact with, or a friend from a long time ago you lost contact with. Target them and do the same thing. Ask who they know. Now, this is a warmer introduction. It's the first 2 tips were warmer introductions, and these are going to work. These are going to have the highest yield for you because you already know them. You have some kind of common connection, a common bond with that person. They're going to be a lot more receptive to you than someone just hitting them up cold. And so use that to your advantage. So target the people you know, and then venture out to people and target people that you have some kind of common bond with. Maybe you went to school, volunteered with them, etc., etc. So use those 2 things to your advantage, and you will see success on LinkedIn. And once again, ask them the same questions. Ask who they know. You never know who these people know until you ask. So make sure you ask them about that. Then the third tip I have for you guys, now you can go on to people where it's a little bit more of a colder introduction. So then you go to people you don't have a straight up connection to, but want to learn from them. Maybe you want to ask them who they know. Maybe you want to take them out to get coffee, take them out to get lunch or a drink or something after work. And this is where your skills really have to come into play here, because on a cold introduction, usually they have no reason to actually want to sit down with you unless they're in a networking mode too, or you have some kind of value to bring to them. So what could that value be? Maybe just having a mentee. Maybe someone likes to mentor. You know, they're passionate about mentorship. They say that on their profile. Maybe you want to work for them. It's best to, when you want to pitch somebody to network with them, that you bring some kind of value to them. So it could even be like, take them out for coffee or lunch. That's value too. They get a free meal or a free coffee out of that, and they get the satisfaction of helping someone. So that can be value too. But maybe you have some kind of other value that you can bring to that person. So they're contributing to you and you're contributing to them as well. That's very important. People don't want to seem like the interactions are just one-sided. And it's a lot easier for people that you know are going to be more likely to meet with you because they know you, so you don't need to have as much of a value proposition for them. But for someone you're emailing cold, you're messaging cold, please make sure that you are able to bring some kind of value to them, so they're more likely to want to meet with you and network with you. And then the fourth tip I have, this is a bonus tip. Fourth tip here is don't get discouraged. This is a quantity game. Now, you're going to have a much higher yield with the people that you know. This is no secret. You know them, so they're going to be more likely to respond to you. But when you start cold pitching people to meet with them, you're going to have to maybe go through a lot of people. Maybe you'll get lucky. The first few people you message are going to respond to you. But a lot of people, depending on where they are in their careers or their approach, may not be as responsive on LinkedIn. So you have to factor that in. Don't get discouraged if people don't respond to you. You know, just keep going forward, just keep trying, and eventually you'll get through and somebody will want to meet with you. And this is a good thing to do when you're in a new city, looking for a job, looking for a landing spot. Really just an overall good thing to do in general if you want to advance in your career. I've talked about the importance of networking before in plenty of my other videos. If you just go back and listen to how to get into clinical research, that's one of the videos I stressed it a lot. I think it was probably the number one tip is network. It's just that important. You know, I'm sure you've heard over and over again, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And sayings like your network is your net worth, or your net worth is your network. Whatever it is. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. We're not going to dwell on that. But anyway, guys, those are the 4 tips I had for you today. Gave you guys a little bonus. I normally like my things in 3s. I know I said that at the beginning, but got a little bonus in there for you guys. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it. Subscribe down below. Hit the notification squad, that bell. Please, as always, you can email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com for any inquiries or questions you might have. Looking for people that want to be interviewed. We're thinking about starting a podcast as well. Interview you for the podcast. These are any business owners in the clinical research space or pharmaceutical space, or just anybody with a unique story and wants to be on the show. You can email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com, and we will be sure to respond. And please comment down below, guys. We love your comments. We love your feedback. All right, guys, take care.